Welcome to Crazy Tarot for today. I'm looking into my crystal ball and I am seeing a needle crystal in there and fucking Aleister Crowley in reverse, dudes. He fell out of the deck when I was pulling the deck, when I was pulling the card. And he jumped out in reverse saying, "Fuck you, bitch, you have me enslaved." And that's fucking right, bitch, Aleister Crowley. So, yeah, the other day I was saying, "Hey, Aleister, get on it, clean up my fucking house for me." And he responded by saying, at what price? And I said, "I'll get back to you on that." I was sitting there going, what the fuck? He's going to try to get me to sell my soul for him to clean my house. And I admit my house is challenging. It is fucking challenging. I've been working on it for years. And it might be best to just relinquish my soul to get it done. But I think I'm making progress. So I'm getting back to you right now, motherfucker, Aleister Crowley. That's why he's in reverse, because he is all fucked up right now. You are going to fucking clean my house, get it all organized, and get everything done with it, and get it fucking nice ass, really, really nice ass, like that AI interior design thing that I looked up. Like that, as close as we can get to that for now, until we move to a different place. I'm moving in with Aleister Crowley, I guess, but for free, fucker. And I just heard him scream, "Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo," fucker. So he has to help me do it, and he has been helping me to, even before I said that, because I've got to have help. I've been needing help. So the card we pulled for the day, the Crazy Tarot, is the Princess of Swords. In reverse, of course. All the cards were in fucking reverse today. So this is the toss. And I only did 2 cards today so that I could actually get this done for you. When I have 100 cards or even 3, it seems like I can't always get to you, you know. Here it is, upright. And what you can see there maybe is the princess attacking actually a swastika, a Nazi swastika, with her sword and touching the altar behind her back and fighting those fuckers. So this deck was apparently created in England during the World War II. So this fucker isn't all bad, because he sent this princess out to fucking fight the Nazis. And in this case, I'm the fucking princess. So this princess it's in reverse, but this princess is out. She's swords are the intelligence, the mind, ideas. And she's out there fucking fighting like a fucking motherfucking bitch, whatever she's got to fight. And in this case, on the literal card, it's the fucking Nazis. Okay? But today it's in reverse, so it's kind of like, they keep saying she's immature. They also say she's mature. They say she's a fighter, that she's rash and she makes impetuous decisions, and that when she's in upright, that you should not go around people, because you're gonna be saying shit that might need to be said, or maybe not need to be said, but won't be helpful. Or you might say it and it is helpful. So depends on your situation. For me, right now, I know it's best to keep my fucking mouth shut. Just keep your fucking mouth shut. So I've been sitting at home all day, not sitting at home, being a princess today, being a princess. I was dressed as a fucking princess before I pulled this card. Go figure that shit out if you want. So I was dressed as a fucking princess before I'm like, I have to clean house. I'm gonna wear old ratty clothes. I'm like, no, I feel like dressing up as a princess. So I dressed up as a fucking princess. And what is this princess gonna do when she gets fucking dressed up? What would I do? Take her fucking sword out and fight the bad motherfuckers out there. And what I did was got all dressed up like this and rested in my bed, did a little housework, cleaned shit up, ate, studied the tarot, set up my beautiful thing here, the crystal ball thing, and just relaxed. I just fucking relaxed all day, and Darren left early. He's going to be moving out next week. And I just relaxed. I kind of did some dancing. I did a little laundry. Shit like that. And this is my hurricane lamp that my friend gave me. She called it a candle holder. I call it a fucking hurricane lamp. And then she moved and she was in a hurricane. But I've got the hurricane lamp. And then this down here is a really gorgeous, I love it, stool that I painted. And it's very fragile and beautiful. I think it's a modernist take on a Victorian footstool. And there's my feet on it. And it's almost too beautiful to use, so I don't use it very often. But it's been for sale for a long time. I'd sell it for $300, but I'll change it plus shipping, handling, taxes, and whatever other expenses in addition, insurance and fees, in addition to that. So it could come out as much as $400 to $500, but by the time you see this shit, it's going to cost more than that probably, because I get impatient and say, fuck it, if they're not buying it, I'm raising the prices, They ain't going on clearance. I know what the fuck I've got. So anyway, there it is, kind of up close. I think it's just beautiful. And I'm so attached to my shit that I don't want to let go of it. And God knows it. The spirit world knows it. So it just keeps it with me because I'm just too fucking crazy about my own shit, So here's the spread. Aleister Crowley in reverse. That fucker's pissed at me right now, but he knows he's been had. And then the Princess of Swords in reverse. So in reverse, it kind of means just, she's in a storm. So one of the cards shows her in a storm. And you can see that could be construed as being in a storm, fighting a storm. And a storm is nebulous. You can't win against a storm. The thing she's fighting is nebulous. It's foggy. It's, and it's the mind itself. So it's best to step back and clear the mind and relax and step away from all of these thoughts and enemies that are in the mind. We're not saying that it doesn't manifest in reality, but it starts in the mind. So she's out there battling, but in reverse is step back, take a break, fucking be kind to yourself. Don't be around people. And I haven't been around people. So here's this card. This is an oracle card from my new oracle deck that I just love. And it's called The Literary Oracle Deck, a guide to the hidden lore of classic literature. Perfect for me. Hope is the thing with feathers. Oh, sorry, that perches in the soul. I don't know who said that, but wouldn't be surprised if it were Emily Dickinson. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul. Well, shit, I should know, but Anyway, so this is the end, and it came out in reverse. So let's read what Crowley says about the Princess of Swords. Let's find that real quick. So let's put you guys. There's the cat. What do you think, cat? Okay. I agree. Okay, let's have you guys sit there for a minute. Okay, so the Thoth Tarot, we're looking up the Princess of Swords. And like I said, Crowley doesn't really talk about him in reverse, but some people online do, one person. And it was just saying, you know, you're all foggy and in your head. You're not going to make the best decisions. So right now, Getters, come on, Getters, come on. Okay, come on. Let me look this up real quick. Queen of Cups, discs. I wanted to see my outfit. Got that? See, is that cool or not? Okay, trumps. The swords. Cups, discs. Wands. Where are the swords? Okay. So what I'm going to do after this is watch a show on this shop in England, well, in London, called The Osprey. It's this it's for the super wealthy to purchase unique handmade items from this historical shop. So let's see. And then I might watch this movie called Have You Met the... yeah, I don't know. It's Hugh Grant's in it. And what's her name from Sex and the City? Okay, Six of Swords. Prince... Oh, wait. Okay, let's go to the back. In a rush. Why am I in a rush? This is my show. I can take as long as I want. Prince of Swords, Queen of Swords, Princess of Swords. She rules a third quadrant of the heavens about the North Pole. She rules the Americas. The earthy part of air. She's the earthy part of air. I'm an air sign. I'm Gemini. The fixation of the volatile. She's very volatile. She's very impetuous, very reactive. What? I always get those cards. What the fuck? Or the materialization of the idea. Ooh, that's good. I didn't hear that part. They didn't talk about that part. So, like, the manifestation of the idea. It's in reverse, so it's not manifested, but it's being delayed, but it's on its way. Okay. She appears in this card in front of a barren altar and has a helmet of Medusa on her head. So she's touching the altar behind her while she's fighting that swastika. So the altar, to me, she's protecting her spirituality, her faith, her religion, her belief system. And she's destroying this evil belief system, or fighting it. And the helmet on her head is the Medusa, is the, you know who Medusa is. Come on, if you look her in the eye and you turn to stone, her hair is venomous snakes. And that's on her head, a helmet of that. So whatever's fighting her, a person looks her in the eyes and they're gonna turn to stone. The divinatory meaning is wisdom, strength, acuteness, subtlety in material things, grace and dexterity. If ill-dignified, she is frivolous and cunning. I think ill-dignified means turned upside down. So, well, that gives you a lot to think about and gives me a hell of a lot to think about. A lot of these cards can be very seemingly contradictory, and you have to apply them to your own situation. My situation is pretty fucking quiet right now, and that's the way it needs to be. Because if I'm around people, I could say something that I don't want to say, that I could regret. I'm giving away the fight. I'm saying, I'm not, it's up to you guys. It's up to whatever. It's whatever happens is okay. That's what I've been saying today. And that's the right thing for me to say today. So the end in reverse from this beautiful, beautiful literacy oracle deck. Here's the description card, book. Okay, so it's page 55. Doesn't have a lot of pictures in this, but it's still such a well-made, gorgeous deck. Called a description deck. Okay, 55. That's what it says. 54, 55. No, that's okay. That's not right. The end. 55. It's King Lear. 55. I found it earlier. What the hell? Where'd it go? Weird. 55. That says the Iliad, but it's not the Iliad. It's 54, 55. Where'd it go? Weird. It just disappeared. But it's based on King Lear, and it's actually in reverse too, and it's the end. That's what it's called. It's the end of King Lear's, the story of him leaving his kingdom to his two daughters, and one daughter wouldn't obey him and feed his vanity. Here it is. Oh, I'm looking at the page number instead of the card number. Sorry. Let's see what it says. Here it is. The Tragedy of King Lear. William Shakespeare. You guys knew that. King Lear tells the tale of an elderly king who splits his kingdom between his daughters and cruelly punishes Cordelia, the one daughter who refuses to play to his vanity.